Good afternoon. Thank you everyone for joining us for today's Small and Rural Library Forum meetup on the topic of Amazon business. My name is Kristen Pickle. I am the staff liaison of the Small and Rural Libraries Forum, and I'm also the Conference and Continuing Education Manager for ILA. We host these virtual meetups on topics chosen by you for you. It's a place for conversation and crowdsourcing solutions that work specifically for our library types. Just a note on housekeeping. We're going to ask that you hold your questions till the end, and our guests will be able to respond to them then. We are recording this, so on Friday, the recording will be posted to the Small and Rural Libraries website. I want to introduce our two speakers. Thank you for joining us today. This is for Tarita Murray, joined Amazon more than a year ago as a book representative, supporting government and nonprofit agencies with their book procurement needs. I always stumble over that word. She brings extensive industry expertise from her previous role as Director of Sales at Baker Taylor, where she worked closely with public libraries nationwide. With a deep understanding of library acquisitions, collection development, and workflow management, Tarita specializes in building collaborative partnerships that help organizations better serve their communities. She holds a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Communications and resides in New Jersey. Maddie Smart is a Senior Account Executive for Government and Nonprofit Strategic Initiatives at Amazon Business, where she works with library associations and public sector partners to help libraries save money, simplify purchasing, and give valuable time back to their teams. Amen. Maddie spent the past year in Amazon logistics building better delivery options for rural communities. Maddie lives in Atlanta and is an avid reader, raising a family of avid readers. Her free time is often spent with a book, whether it's a new fiction title or Goodnight Moon for the 100th time. Welcome to Rita and Maddie.
Thank you so much, Kristen. What a pleasure to be introduced, and what a pleasure to be getting the opportunity to speak with this audience today. So, as Kristen said, my name is Maddie Smart, and we're here to walk you through how Amazon Business can support small and rural Illinois libraries, from finding the right material to saving money and simplifying purchasing. Let's get kicked off. And since we had just such a great, very warm welcome, I can skip over our deeper introductions here today. The only person I'll add is we have Stephanie Kenny, who has become recently a dedicated account advisor for small libraries across the country. So she might be a new face that some of y'all will be acquainted with over the next couple weeks. Beyond introductions, I'll give a quick overview of what we'll cover today. We'll talk about Amazon Business, general purchasing best practices. We'll get into our library hub, our library specific conversations you'll hear from one of your peers in the field. And finally, we'll walk you through what a specific partnership with Amazon and ILA looks like, how to activate the benefits, and what all of that entails. So, I'll just quickly get us kicked off with Amazon in Illinois. I just wanted to share a bit about our presence. We've been investing in the US for over 30 years, and our presence in Illinois since 2015. Today, it's actually a thriving innovation and logistics hub for us with over $40 billion invested in the state. We've contributed to over 40,000 full and part-time jobs. And one of my favorite things is that we have created opportunities for sellers in Illinois that has helped small businesses average over $400,000 in sales on Amazon. So that's just really exciting that when you're shopping off of Amazon, you're not always shopping from Amazon purchases. You're able to support small and local businesses right here in your state, which is really exciting. Um, I'll jump over to just a very high level explanation of what Amazon Business is. Think of it as everything that your organization needs in one place. We're one place where you can find everyday savings, exclusive pricing, quantity discounts, a place where you have access to a curated selection of hundreds of millions of products. That's from office supplies to collection, books, and materials. Shipping and delivery is simple, straightforward. It's what you know and love from your personal life, but brought to your libraries. And lastly, purchasing guidance. We help you reduce expensive supplier overhead. And again, for me, it always comes back to the ability to support local and diverse suppliers through purchasing on Amazon. Um, I'll quickly get into smart business buying. It's not just about the products you're buying, it's how you buy them smarter. So with Amazon, you can add, organize, support, and prioritize the products that you frequently need, whether that's through approval workflows or lists that are easy to build and toggle to in your accounts. For cost reduction, you get exclusive pricing and quantity discounts and can manage cash flow with pay by invoice. So tools that help you buy like you're used to and like you prefer to buy. Um, and again, it all for me comes back to that supporting your community, guiding your staff, guiding yourself and your other buyers through automated tools to always being able to surface. If you're looking for a stapler, you can set up your account so that the staplers from your local community, sold in by peers, by small businesses in your community, those are always going to pop up first and they're always going to be marked as local sellers organizational preferred. So those are just a couple quick, high level ways that Amazon Business helps with your general buying. I'll kick it over to the fabulous Tarita to talk more specifically about library specific purchasing, and we'll go from there.
Thank you so much, Maddie. And to everyone that's taken time to join us, welcome. We're so excited and we hope that you will find this information that we're sharing beneficial. I want to just talk quickly on some common solutions that I find after working with libraries for over a decade and being here with Amazon for a year and a half now. Libraries love the account structure that's available through Amazon Business, being able to consolidate the Amazon users into groups. Many libraries that I work with regardless of size, may have separate group, a group that's doing collection management, and then a group that's maybe buying office supplies and breakroom material. They love the approvals workflow. And it doesn't work for everyone, but for some libraries that have department heads or they have someone that the compliance where the city requires or the township may require that two sets of eyes be looked at items that are being purchased or that are being added to the collection. An approval workflow gives you that seamless way of doing that, where you, as a selector, maybe I have the ability to access Amazon Business with my own login credentials, be able to view the selection list, the professional reviews, the series, the new release and forthcoming titles, but I'm not necessarily the person that would actually be making the purchase. So that approval workflow would allow that person to build the items in a cart, not have to take the time running through and finding out who needs to approve it. The approval person would automatically get an email letting them know that, hey, one of your staff members has sent a cart that needs your approval. Payment management has been a big win for libraries, having the ability to pay by invoice, not worrying about running up a credit card, having to reconcile credit card statements each and every month, being able to just do pay by invoice with a 30-day net. Libraries love that. Having business lists, kind of Maddie kind of touched on briefly. You can do lists that's going to help you understand what items need to be purchased. Maybe it's something that a patron requested and you're not ready to buy it yet, but you put it in a list and it's easy to find and access later on. And then, of course, the Prime solution. And this is something that's really going to help you save money. The small Prime package, right under 400, right under $500 a year. The fact that you're saving that just by being an ILA institutional member, that's a win. You don't have to worry about the cost for that subscription. And then, of course, the part that I'm most passionate about is the Library Hub, which we're going to talk a little bit about today. And this is where we have dedicated space for our library selectors to bookmark this Library Hub, find selection lists, manage brief downloadable MARC records, and then most importantly, be able to go to the Library Hub to view a brief record, to look at lists, and to enroll in early access. Moving on to the next slide. I want to just quickly share with you guys as we go a little further. I would love to just bring in someone that's really special to me that we've just connected already, even in a virtual space. And I want to talk a little bit about how this all fits for you. Why should you do Amazon business versus Amazon.com? Why should you take the time to be a member of ILA if you're not already a member? I want to bring in a special guest. I have on the call with me Jessica Rodriguez, the director for Steger South Chicago Heights Public Library. It's a bit of a mouthful, but I am excited that Jessica gets to join us. I also have Sherry on the call that also has worked with Amazon Business and is utilizing and taking advantage of the ILA membership. Jessica, could you just say hello to the audience and just tell them a little bit about how long you've been in your role, just as an introduction?
Hey, I'm the director of the Steger South Chicago Heights Library. I've been the director here a couple of years, but I've been working here for 11 years.
And doesn't our picture look great? I found that. So, Jessica, just want to talk a little bit about, I know that you have been a member of ILA. I know that you are currently taking advantage of the Amazon Business for Library solution. If you could just share, what are your top three benefits, or what would you say if you were talking to a colleague and sharing with them the top three benefits for being not only an Amazon Business customer, but working with ILA?
Well, I like, saving the money on the business Prime because we had Prime before, but it was like the kind of Prime I have like at my house. But the business Prime, being able to get that subsidized or, get it for free through ILA, that was pretty awesome. But I think my favorite the main uses for it. I like the invoicing system. It's so much easier than, we were still purchasing from Amazon, but we didn't have the business Prime. We just had, the person Prime, I guess. And at the end of the month, having to reconcile all those credit card payments was kind of a big pain. So I like that I get one invoice because we have, in our accounting system, we have, like a budget number, like a PO
Mm-hmm.
for each budget line. And so anytime somebody buys something for that, we just put that in our PO. And then at the end of the month, I get a big invoice that's got a ton of information on it for everything that was bought in that PO number. And I just have to pay that one time. And that has saved me so much time because, like, we're a small place. Like, I don't have like an accountant who does my accounts payable like I do it. And this has saved me so much time.
And so just to recap, what I'm hearing is not only have you been able to take advantage of the pricing for library customers when you're buying books, you have also had the convenience of being able to use pay by invoice, which has saved you time as well. Having the benefit of ILA, you don't have to worry about an annual subscription for Prime Business. I think that's what I got from that.
That sounds about right.
Love it. I love
Oh,
it.
yeah.
And this is something that we are just really excited that this is our pricing model at Amazon Business is that we understand that most libraries are buying the same popular titles. You're buying The Diary of a Wimpy Kids, The Captain Underpants, you're buying the David Baldacci, you're buying the Frida McFadden, you're buying the James Patterson. Why shouldn't you all have the same price point? Why should you, who's buying that same book as a large library, have a different discount percentage than the smaller library that's buying the very same title, very same edition in the correct format? So, our philosophy is that you should all have access to the same exclusive pricing. I want to talk a little bit, Jessica, if you could just talk, and we're going to really talk about the um, Amazon Business Prime solution. You are a Prime customer. Talk a little bit about how that benefit has helped you and how having the ability, and I know you touched on pay by invoice and that being a solution that saved time and you're not having to reconcile credit card statements each month, and that the fact that you have Business Prime. Talk a little bit about how you set that up or the ease of setting that up and how that's helped to just streamline your day to day.
Yeah, the setup was super easy. I mean, it took like, I sat down and just did it. There wasn't like a process and like waiting, like you just do it. And that was really easy to do. Um, and then the settings, setting up like our invoicing terms and like setting up the users and everything, like it really was pretty intuitive and easy to do. I wouldn't be intimidated by the process.
And one of the things too I'll highlight, Jessica, is that when you were setting up your Amazon Business Pay by Invoice, did you notice that there were options for the frequency of that invoice, whether or not you
Yeah.
got that invoice consolidated on a monthly cadence, whether you did it with every purchase or even biweekly?
Because I know some libraries have like different payment terms. Like I pay bills every other week, so I have it set to a 30 day, but I know Sherry pays bills once a month. And so I think Sherry does like 45 days. Is that right? So I know you can change your invoicing terms to kind of match when you pay the bills.
Absolutely. And so for those on the call that maybe you are an existing Amazon business customer and didn't realize that the invoice reconciliation has been a bottleneck and not knowing that you could change the frequency of your invoice. That's just one of the benefits of being an Amazon business customer is that you do have that luxury of changing the frequency of your invoice. I want to just touch on one final thing before we move to me showing you guys exactly how to take advantage of Amazon Business and what Amazon Business for libraries really means. Can I ask you to share with our audience how you've leveraged the Amazon Business account for purchases beyond books?
Oh,
Talk a
yeah.
little bit. I know that you shared a little story with me about some non-book purchases on your Amazon Business account.
So, sometimes you have to buy something like right away. And so I feel like this has saved me a lot of trips to Walmart, if that makes any sense. Like if I need something right now, I can sometimes get it shipped like that afternoon. Or like, an overnight or something. Like the other day, we had a child make a biological mess on the floor. And, I put the stuff that you put down, the powder, and went to go vacuum it up, and our vacuum was dead. And so I had to buy a new vacuum. And I was able to get it on Amazon Prime and get it delivered in like 2 hours. So that was a big lifesaver.
Absolutely. And we talked before the call, and I'm like, you, Jessica, you have to tell your colleagues about this. I just want you
Uh,
guys to know that Amazon Business Prime, having the luxury of not only getting the subscription through ILA, but having the benefit of buying that item that you need right away, not just for books, but for other items. It's really important that I really stress to you that that Prime access, giving you the ability to set delivery preference windows, giving you the ability to have free shipping and not have to worry about a minimum purchase amount on over 10,000 items. That's just part of the benefit of being an Amazon business customer. Jessica, thank you. Thank you, Sherry, for just chiming in there. We're going to hear more from our team as we do Q&A. You can certainly use this time to ask questions when we get ready for the Q&A at the end of the session. But I want to move now just to take you through Amazon Business and what it means for libraries. First and most important piece is this is exclusive to Amazon Business. So if you are an Amazon.com customer or an Amazon Prime customer, I would encourage you consider Amazon Business. Amazon Business is what we call the ideal place to go as you support your library, whether you're buying books, whether you're buying programming material, office supplies, break room supplies. We want to be that one-stop shop for you in a time that we're all experiencing increase in pricing, the grocery stores, the gas prices. just the cost of doing business has gone up for everyone. And we want to make certain that we can help put money back in your pocket by ensuring that you get to take advantage of exclusive library pricing. On the Amazon Business for Libraries Library Hub, you will find exclusive pricing for pre-ordered and new release titles. You will find access to professional full text reviews. These reviews are from LJ, SLJ, Hornbook, and PW. You will find selection lists to discover forthcoming titles, new releases, the New York Times bestseller list, celebrity picks, and more. Manga titles, comics, graphic novels, you name it, our selection is vast. The MARC records are available to you immediately. What you're looking at here on Go ahead, Maddie, go to the next one. What you're looking here is the exclusive library pricing. So I just did a screenshot of this John Grisham title that doesn't come out until September. But the reason that I chose it because it's a popular author. Many libraries buy John Grisham because he circulates really well amongst many communities. And one of the things that you may be asking, well, how do I get library pricing? Do I already have it? If you are an Amazon business customer, and we've associated your account as a library. Now, some accounts are set up under the city or town or maybe the village account. But if we've identified you as a library, I would encourage you to check right away whether or not you can see library pricing. So in the buy box, I have it kind of highlighted here. You'll see where it says library pricing, $19.25 for this hardcover edition of this title that's not due out until September 29th. You could buy that title today. Take advantage of that library pricing at a 45% discount. I don't know what other book vendors are offering you in terms of trade key discount percentages, but one thing I love about our Amazon Business for Library solution is that pre-ordered new release titles, you're going to get that discount. On the next screen, I'll show you just quickly another benefit to being an Amazon business customer. In many libraries, your buying guidelines require that titles be cited in a review journal. You'll see here that under the editorial review on the title display page, you will see Library Journal, Publishers Weekly. If that title has been reviewed by one of the professional journals that we've partnered with, then you have access to view that information immediately. So we're excited that it helps you to ensure that the items that you're purchasing and adding to your collection have been cited so that you are within your compliance guidelines for your library and you have the ability to view the information before making that purchase. Moving on, you also see on the next slide just a sample of one of our brief records. So you can place an order on Amazon Business for books. And those books will come a brief a brief MARC record that can be downloaded. What that means is that you're not having to pay for the record. We expect that it's a brief record, so it would be overlaid. But as we continue to enhance the records with even more information, like Library of Congress subject heading, Dewey numbers, being able to integrate maybe the OCLC number, we're going to enhance these records. But for now, it is a brief record designed for you to access immediately after purchase, or you could access pre-purchase. So that means if I did a list of books that I want to buy on Amazon, I could go in and I could download a brief record right away. Next on the slide, if we go to the next slide, you'll see just a sample of what our grid utilities look like. So if you are a library that utilizes Edifact ordering, or perhaps you are gridding, passing metadata through grids in the 9XX field on that brief record, you can configure grids for your library. Keep in mind, it has to start with your ILS. So if that is what you're using, you are able to now configure your Amazon business account so that you can then apply the grid codes to your orders. We also are working to integrate so that those libraries that do EDI ordering with Sierra, with Polaris, with Koha, we're able to offer you an experience that aligns with what you're accustomed to doing when you buy from other book vendors. So we're just continuing to build the solutions that we know will make a difference in your lives. We listen to libraries, we listen to what you say are pain points. Where is the bottleneck for your day to day so that you can free up time and be able to do more patron engagement, be able to promote programs that you're doing on site and engage more with your patron base. If we can free up this time to put time back in your day, that is our goal. I also want to share, since I have you all here before we get into the Q&A, just something that I think is going to really make a difference for everyone. So we're going to talk about what's next for Amazon. So you know that Amazon Business for Libraries is available. You know that as an ILA member, you have the benefit of having Prime Business so that you don't have to worry about minimum shipping amount. You know already that you can do pay by invoice. So you don't have to worry about using a credit card and maxing out the credit card. You can do credit card payments or you can do pay by invoice. You also have now the ability to access professional reviews. You take advantage of the exclusive pricing. One other piece that we want to make certain that everyone on this call, if you are an Amazon business customer and you are buying books, enroll immediately in our early access program. What does that mean for you? Our early access program means that you get to enroll by signing a terms of agreement that you're not going to circulate the book before the street date, and we in turn will ship that item out to you 4 days before the street date, allowing you time to put the Mylar cover, to do the spine label, to do the property label, to do the barcode, and get that book ready for circulation. Patrons are not having to wait. You don't have to worry about not getting that title in time so that you can meet the patron demand. You know the whole queues are building. You see what patrons are requesting. Order that item on Amazon, enroll in this early delivery program. We ship it out to you 4 days before the street date, which gives you time to get it ready for your patrons. Another piece that's coming next, and I don't have a screenshot for it, but I'm going to tell you about it because I want you all to all know about it, is we are going to be offering the first component in our Chef Ready Solutions Mylar covers. That simply means that the biggest, most time-consuming part of processing a book is doing the Mylar cover. We're going to be able to ship out titles to you with a Mylar cover. It's not immediate. It hasn't started yet. But what we will do at the end of this call is share with you a survey that allows us to capture information so that we can know what customers want in terms of shelf-ready solutions. So we're just excited that everything that we're building in terms of library solutions is being built based on your feedback. I always say, we're building this airplane, we're flying it, but the best part about it is that we may be in the captain seat, but you're in the co-pilot seat. So you are helping us build every component to make your day-to-day easier. I want to just quickly recap on our next slide, just kind of what it does it mean to be an Amazon business customer. 30 to 45% off eligible pre-order and new release titles. No contract or minimum required. Approval workflows that help you give oversight and compliance to what's being purchased and what's going to be circulated by your library. Consolidated invoicing. Do you want that invoicing to come weekly? Do you want it biweekly or do you want it monthly? It's all at your discretion. There's not a one size fits all. Whatever works best for your workflow. Having the ability to view spending, we have business analytics. This is just part of Amazon Business. You get to, at any given moment, generate a report to see what you've spent across any category on Amazon Business. You have the ability under our business analytics reporting to go into your account and check your spending on certain categories. You can see who bought what. You can see items that you buy every 3 months, every 6 months, whatever that time period that you need, you'll be able to see that. The MARC records don't cost you anything but a little bit of time to download it. You could also view that right from our Amazon Library Hub page. Of course, access to professional reviews is a game changer. You're not paying for it. You're an Amazon business customer. That's part of it. Also, having a dedicated support team. Myself, Maddie, we're here. Stephanie is not on the call today, but we're all here to support you as you are navigating the Amazon business site. And lastly, the best part about all of this is from a budgeting perspective, knowing that I'm a Prime customer, I don't have to worry about shipping costs. If I need to buy one book, I wouldn't have to worry about the shipping costs because it didn't meet the $35 minimum purchase amount. I have the luxury of being a Prime member. ILA is a great partner, and so this is just how much we've done just to support you based on things you've asked us for. And this is just the beginning. So as you think about Amazon Business for Libraries, we want to be your partner. We want to be that primary go-to vendor and not just for the one-offs, but for the day-to-day collection development needs that you have, whether that's programming supplies, whether you're needing to buy a box of crayons for a program that's upcoming, or you need to buy books to refresh your collection. We're here to support you. I am so excited that I get to kick it back over to my dear colleague, Maddie, who's going to tell you what do I need to do next if I am an ILA member and I've not taken advantage. Maddie?
Thank you so much. Awesome. I really appreciated even learning about the newest and most exciting benefits we have coming. And I'm going to keep this part short and sweet. What's in it for ILA members? Through Amazon Business's partnership with ILA, we are bringing Illinois libraries who are active members of ILA. We're bringing free Amazon Business Prime for 2 years. That's an offer up to $3,500 annually that we are completely waiving the fee of. So free Business Prime waives the membership, offers $0 delivery, makes 1 to 2 day delivery available even for our most rural libraries now with our recent investments in rural and extended rural delivery. It brings the ability to pay by invoice with a $10,000 pre-approved line of credit. So all of that happens automatically and populates into accounts. And with this free Prime offering, you get 25% discounts on over 12,000 eligible products. So this is a really exciting value that we're happy to bring to members. And everyone, again, all member libraries who are partnered with Illinois Library Association are eligible for this. And I'll leave you with a pretty quick call to action of request access now at Amazon Business at ila.org. We can pop this in the chat really quickly so you can just copy and paste. That's Amazon Business at ila.org. Great. We all did it at the same time. Just reach out, confirm you're a member and that you would like the code to activate this benefit. So thanks. Really excited to be able to extend this value, and I will pause for any questions that members might have.
Maybe while people are waiting, I just wanted to mention a few of the things that we do here at Allerton that I really like. And there's something new that neither of you talked about, which I was really excited to receive the other day, which was like automatic payment. I mean, I really appreciate the 45-day invoicing. But because we've had some issues with some stolen checks, we are looking at our library about doing as much auto pay, EFT type of payments that we can. And so I had received an email the other day, which I hope is real, that there's this new, like kind of an auto pay, and it would be like certain days. Maybe some people wouldn't like that, but what I really like about it is that I don't have to worry about it. I have lots of bills every month, and I'm always trying to figure out what's, making sure that I don't miss a bill somewhere. That's my biggest fear because we only pay bills once a month. So I just really appreciate that. That's something that Amazon is doing, is that auto pay where the bills will just automatically be paid. Almost all my bills at home are auto pay. And so I like the fact that, I can do that here at work as well. The other thing I was going to say that I really like is the Amazon business discounts. So, buying in bulk. I hate buying things all the time. I'm just like, oh my gosh, we need that product again. Oh my God, we need that product again. I'm just like, let me just buy 5 or 6 of them. And when I do that, I get a discount from Amazon. And so I love that aspect of it as well. And then, everything is back in my file cabinet or whatever in my storage cabinet, and I can just go and get it when I need it. You were talking about saving money by having Prime, And so there's a little screen on my account that says I have saved so far $177.
Yes, it feels good, right? It feels good to be a good steward of those
Right.
dollars.
Yes. So like the shipping, I'm like, oh wow. The other thing is if you buy certain products, you get money back. It's not a lot, but like right now I have like $5.75 that I get back. I can't remember what it's called. Do you guys know what it's called? I've had it up on my screen and I lost it. Um,
Prime
uh,
rewards, perhaps.
yes. And so I'm like, oh, like what could I put that $5 toward? It's like a little coupon type of thing. So
Mhm.
anyway, sometimes it's just the little things, that make a difference.
And we love that, Sherry. And thanks for pointing that out, the ACH payments that you're doing or the auto pay for invoices. Also, just to add to that is that, if you are not sure how to get started, we are happy to help. Tina has worked with us very closely to support the members as well. And so we just encourage you to reach out, ask questions. I know we don't have anything queued up right now, but we're here to support. I've also added to the chat the Library Hub. If you have not bookmarked that page, you will want to bookmark that page. And if I've got a few minutes, I would like to also just encourage all of those on the account. If you are not seeing the library pricing, please don't hesitate to reach out to myself or Maddie, and we'll make certain that it gets added to your account. And then lastly, the early access. Enroll today. It's just a matter of you clicking enroll, that you agree that you won't circulate the item before the street date so that it gives us clearance to send those items to you before the actual street date. So I don't know a library that's not buying a pre-order title, so it qualifies, and there's not a minimum amount that you have to spend on Amazon Business to take advantage of our solutions. So we're just excited that it really is, from a pricing perspective, a one size fits all.
Tarita, I want to use what you just said as a springing board and highlight something Sherry said, which is my favorite thing about Amazon Business. Sherry, you said not everyone might like this, but I really do. And that to me captures the different options for what works for you and what's going to fit your preferences, processes, policies. Like you just summed it up so nicely. This works for me. And I like that I have the option to do exactly what works for me. You highlighted that with payment, but I think it came up again when you said, I like to buy in bulk. You like to buy in bulk and you highlighted how you do it. it's funny, Tina put in the chat kind of that exact opposite, which was she mentioned, I like to do subscribe and save. So it's a personal preference. Do you like to buy in bulk and store it and access it easily and just have it done with? Do you like to set it and forget it and just have those items coming through routinely in deliveries of their own? Either way, you're saving, and it's just a personal or organizational preference, which the account is so customizable. So I love that we had a little bit of chatter here in here's what works for me and what I like, and here's what works for me.
Tina, did you have any feedback or thoughts, or Kristen, to the member libraries in terms of kind of the next step for them joining ILA? I know that we showed the link, but there still may be some folks that are not sure where to find the link if they didn't copy it here.
I would say really reach out to us, whether it's on Amazon Business at ILA.org, or all of our members are aware of the general email, which is ILA@ILA.org. We don't have that many staff members. It's the same group of people that will answer either one. Either way, you will get a hold of us. One thing that we do, what is worth mentioning, we already got an email from someone wanting to switch over to the Amazon Business Prime that ILA offers. So as we were on the call, we already got that email, and we're expecting probably that more ILA members will reach out. And even if you're not an ILA member, that will be a perfect opportunity for you to investigate if you can join as an ILA member, because we have an area of other benefits as well that the return on investment is definitely worth it. Even starting with Amazon Business for now and adding on the other benefits later. Just reach out to us really, and any questions that may come up later, same thing, reach out to us, whether it's to Maddie, Tarita, or the general Amazon email, and we'll make sure that they have your questions, and we'll get the information to you. We'll help you enroll. That really is. And as Jessica mentioned earlier, it's very simple, it's very straightforward, but we stay with you on the call. We walk you through it as you're joining to make sure that you have all those parts that Tarita mentioned, that you have the library hub, that you access everything that you need, and you know where to go for answers after that.
Thank you so much. Tarita, any final questions or thoughts? I think Tina just captured it so nicely with some actionable next steps and some food for thought in terms of membership. I personally want to say thank you to everyone who's joined. I'm passionate about bringing the best of Amazon to rural communities who might not have been able to experience the best of what we offer in terms of speed and cost, but we're bridging that gap. And I'm just really happy to be able to serve everyone in our communities more equitably. So, Tarita, I'll turn it over to you for any final thoughts, but thank you so much to the group that's joined.
Yes, thank you, Maddie. And it's been an honor just being able to work with you, Tina and Kristen, and thank you, Sherry and Jessica. You guys are jewels to work with as well. For anyone on the call, if you were at ALA, you may have seen samples of our Mylar covers. Maddie and I were both there, as well as other members of our team. But I just encourage you, take advantage of the early access. There's no reason to wait on that. If you're not seeing library pricing, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. We want you to be able to take advantage of that. And oftentimes I'll get people that will say, but can I get it if I'm under my city account? Do I have access if I'm under the town account? Yes, you can still get access to library pricing. So if for some reason you are not seeing that, please reach out to us and let us know so that we can support you and ensure that you have access. And then lastly, I would encourage you, participate in the webinars that we do with ILA. This is not the only time that we connect. Tina is so committed to supporting you all that, when we discussed, hey, let's get a webinar together, her idea was let's target this community. Let's make certain that we're there. We have a webinar exclusively for our small and rural libraries. And so, Tina, thank you for being such a champion for libraries of all sizes. And to everyone on the call, we are here for you. And thank you for allowing us to partner with you.
Hey, Tarita, one last question. How much does what is the cost of having those Mylar covers put on?
We haven't identified what that cost is going to be, but it will definitely be something very comparable. We know that it's something that libraries need. They've told us repeatedly. And so once we have that information, I'll share that information with Tina so she can disperse it. But we're one step closer to getting that. And so for everyone on the call, thank you again. Thank you, Sherry, for bringing that up. I wish I had a price to give you, but not one official yet.
Okay.
Thank you so
To
much,
everyone.
Tarita and Maddie. This has been a lot of great information. I'm so glad our small and rural libraries got to see it because, like you said, this is a game changer for them. So I just wanted to mention again that the recording will be uploaded tomorrow to the website, and get that information in there. If you are not yet on our Google group or our Facebook page for the small and rural libraries, please join us. The forum board right now is discussing when our next board meeting will be and our next meetup. Soon as that information is confirmed, we will be posting it at those two locations. 3 actually, the website, the Google group, and the Facebook group. So sign up so you are alerted. And I just hope everyone has a great rest of your day and to please be safe. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.